Which role is the best in Red Dead Online? Let's see how much money, gold and experience each role gives, and based on this information and also how fun and easy they are, we will rank all the roles in Red Dead Online, from worst to best. And on the last place we have a naturalist role. I guess no one is surprised, but anyway, naturalist role costs 25 gold bars, and it's more expensive than other roles except for Moonshiner. And you might think that since naturalist is so expensive, it offers some awesome money-making opportunities, but no, not really, and that's why most players in Red Dead Online are buying naturalist not to grind this role, but instead to reach level 5 as soon as possible, purchase wilderness camp to be able to fast travel from anywhere on the map, and gain access to legendary animal missions to get materials for trader role production from there. By the way, if you want to find out how to level up naturalist role as soon as possible, link to the guide will be in the description. But anyway, most players are not making money with help of this role, but spending money on garment sets, for example. They know that naturalist is not profitable, because Harriet pays very little amount of money for animal samples, even if we're talking about legendary animals. But I found one, and actually the only one, way of making some good money and experience with help of this role, is to focus on getting samples of mountain and grassland habitats, selling their samples to Harriet, getting stamps, and then trading in full collections of stamps. I was making $31 and 700 experience points for selling 14 samples to Harriet, and $140 and 1000 experience points for trading in full collection. I ran multiple tests, and on average it took 107 minutes to get 5 full collections. Which means that by grinding this way I was making 4766 experience points per hour and $479, which is actually really good. As you will see later, it's much less than you can earn with help of collector role, but more than other roles make. However, other roles have some benefits. Trader and Moonshiner have elements of passive income, and Bounty Hunter brings gold. But money is not even the biggest problem with naturalist role, it's just not fun or immersive. I mean, sedating animals like that in 1898 is absolutely historically inaccurate and also stupid, because to sedate even relatively small animals you need to shot them multiple times. There is also only one grinding method, and that method is really boring and repetitive, because you have to hunt animals from tall trees to Wapiti at the same places again and again and again. And then when you will be delivering samples to Harriet, you will accidentally kill some squirrel and she will spray you. Yes, Harriet is extremely annoying. Anyway, naturalist role in my opinion is a tier C, and it's the worst role in Red Dead Online. Next we have a bounty hunter role without prestigious bounty hunter license, so regular bounty hunter. I decided to rank it separately because it can be bought separately for 15 gold bars, or you can buy regular and prestigious bounty hunter licenses at once for 30 gold bars, and I think it would be a smart choice. Or at least I would suggest to buy prestigious bounty hunter license as soon as possible, because regular bounty hunter role is just not that good. It's a tier B plus at best. But let me explain. With bounty hunter role you can grind regular bounties or legendary bounties. Regular bounties are not that profitable. Even on the maximum $3 difficulty you will be earning $33.75, 0.24 gold bars and 450 experience points. All that for completing a mission in 10 minutes exactly. That's the best timing for maximizing money per hour. But that's only for bringing bounty target alive. For bringing dead bounty targets, you will receive twice less money and experience. Gold will be the same. Anyway, you will be earning around $200, 2,700 experience points, and 1.44 gold bars per hour by grinding regular bounties of the maximum difficulty. It's not that much of money and experience, but you might say it brings gold, unlike any other role. Yes, but you actually can combine any other role with activities like blood money missions or stranger missions and earn gold that way. Still, it's nice to earn gold directly from completing bounty hunter missions. However, regular bounty missions have one big issue. They're just bad missions, especially on lower difficulties. There are a lot of boring missions, like you have to track down a target by running around with eagle eye active for like 10 minutes. In other missions you will have to ride across half of the map from bounty target board to the bandit's location, and there is no forms of fast travel allowed in these missions, then kill a few enemies, capture the target and deliver it. And I'm not even mentioning other problems, like for example in some missions timer is simply broken and you will have not enough time to capture the target. Anyway, regular bounty missions are not good, Rockstar knew that, and that's why they made Bounty Hunters update, which introduced prestigious Bounty Hunter license. But you might say there are also legendary bounty missions, and they are great. And yes, I agree with you, legendary bounties are awesome. Most of them are pretty interesting and quite profitable. For spending 30 minutes in such mission on the highest difficulty, you will earn 0.48 gold bars, 1,500 experience points, and up to $225. Actually, only 4 legendary bounty missions are paying that much money, but still, it's $450 per hour. Not bad. And you can earn even more money, gold, and experience per hour if you will be completing these missions in 12 minutes exactly. But there are two big problems with legendary bounty missions. First of all, they have 48 minutes cooldown. Actually, that's why many players prefer to spend 30 minutes in such mission instead of 12, because then there will be cooldown anyway, so they want to maximize their profits here and now. But there is even bigger problem. You cannot really combine legendary bounty missions with other roles, because when you are in a legendary bounty mission, your trader and moonshine productions are just stopping, and it's really hard to collect collectible items because they will not be glowing and metal detector will not be working at all. So on higher levels, when you have all the roles already, grinding legendary bounties is not that much of a great money-making method, because to make real money you need to grind multiple different roles at once. That's why I think that regular bounty hunter is not a great role, but prestigious bounty hunter license changes everything, as you will see later. Next we have a Moonshiner Role, which I would place higher, but it has two pretty big issues. First of all, I always had a feeling that Moonshiner is not really a separate role, it's rather an addition to a trader role. Not only because the core gameplay is pretty similar, you have to drive a wagon from point A to point B, but also because to even purchase a Moonshiner Role for 25 gold bars, which is quite a lot, you have to reach level 5 in a trader role first, or you will have to pay 5 additional gold bars. By the way, previously it was possible to make one trader delivery with someone who already has a trader role, and this way to unlock a Moonshiner Role without even purchasing a trader. Then Rockstar changed it, but it's another indication that they saw Moonshiner as an upgrade for a trader role. Anyway, the biggest problem with Moonshiner is how simple and repetitive the core gameplay is. All you need to do is set up production, then wait for 48 minutes, 60 minutes if you are lower than level 15 in a Moonshiner Role, and then deliver by slowly driving your wagon from your moonshine shack to the delivery point. Slowly, because you don't want to break moonshine. Sometimes revenue agents will randomly decide to stop you. By the way, chances that it will happen are much higher if you will drink your own moonshine right before the delivery. But even then, it's not a big deal. They might let you go, or which is even better, you can dismount, kill them all except for one, tie that last revenue agent, place on your horse and continue delivering. As long as that last NPC will be alive and on your horse, no other revenue agents will show up. So yeah, gameplay in a Moonshiner Role is not that interesting, but it's actually the closest we can get to the passive income in Red Dead Online, and a pretty good income. You will have to spend like 7 minutes of your time, few minutes to set up a production and like 5 minutes to make a delivery. I'm usually choosing 2 but not 3-star flavor, because you don't have to spend collectible alcohol, plus it's less likely that buyer will change and you will have no buyer except for Bert Higgins, who pays the lowest price. Anyway, for selling moonshine with 2-star flavor, you will earn $227, but you will have to pay $50 for mash. This price could be decreased by completing bootlegger missions and moonshiner random encounters, but let's say 50. And additionally like $7 for fast traveling and buying ingredients for a moonshine. So your total profit will be $170 for 7 minutes of doing something and 48 minutes of waiting. And it's a pretty good semi-passive income, plus let's not forget that Moonshiner Role, unlike other roles, has its own story. 5 missions, pretty good story, I suggest you to complete it. And also you can purchase bar where you can hang out with friends if you have any, or just with random players, or just alone, I don't know, for immersion reasons. So overall, Moonshiner is a really good role, solid A-. Minus because Marcel is so annoying and we have to listen to him every time when making delivery. Third place, Trader Role. It can be purchased for 15 gold bars and gameplay looks like this. You hunt animals, including legendary animals, and donate them to creeps at your camp. This way you will receive materials for your Trader Role production. Also, you will need supplies, which you can get from making resupply missions or by simply ordering supplies for $20. By the way, there is a small trick. When you will order supplies, you will have to wait 10 minutes until they will be delivered. But instead, you can simply switch lobby, and when you will appear at your camp, supplies will be already there. Creeps will start production and will be making goods when he will have both materials and supplies. You can deliver any amount of goods, but it's most profitable to wait until you will have maximum 100 goods and deliver them all at once in a big trader wagon, which is available on level 10 in a Trader Role. This way you will receive the maximum profit, $500 for a local delivery and $625 for a long distance delivery, but be careful, when you making such delivery, other players with a Trader Role will see you on the minimap and might decide to attack you to steal your wagon. So $625 is a lot, but it takes 200 minutes for creeps to produce 100 goods. Plus you will need to order supplies 4 times and spend $80, and also you will need to donate 200 materials. From my experience, it takes around 40 minutes to get such amount of materials by hunting animals or legendary animals, it doesn't really matter. So on practice you will spend around an hour of your time on resupplies, gathering materials and making a delivery itself, and another 140 minutes you will be just waiting. So it's like a semi-passive income, but relatively good one, and which is important if you have friends or some players to play with. You can increase your profit dramatically, because it's possible to invite other players to your group when making delivery, and every single player you will invite will receive half of the profit, so $312, but you will lose nothing. And then they can invite you to their group when we'll be making a delivery, and you will earn this additional money for 10 minutes of delivery by doing nothing. So yeah, for socially active players, Trader is extremely profitable, but even for solo players, Trader is fine. Plus hunting in Red Dead Online is really immersive in my opinion, and that's why I'm giving Trader Role A+. On the second place we have a Collector Role, which grants insane amount of money and experience. To buy it, you need to go to Madame Nazar and pay 15 gold bars. Madame Nazar is changing her location randomly every day, but if you don't have a Collector Role yet, you can easily find her by opening menu, going to online and choosing Collector here. It should teleport you to her current location. After purchasing the role, you can also find her with help of Red Dead Online's Collector's interactive map, link will be in the description. Actually, it's a must-have tool for Collector Role because it shows specific locations of all collectible items. Without it, it will be really hard to find full collections of items, and Madame Nazar pays more for the full sets, you know. Gameplay for Collector Role is really simple, and many players will describe it as boring. Just traveling around the map and picking up some items and finding others with help of metal detector, nothing too challenging or difficult. But I still kinda like this gameplay because it's immersive, and most importantly it gives a reason to visit places which I've never seen in this game even after spending thousands of hours, beautiful places. But obviously the main reason why players are grinding Collector Role is amount of money and experience that it brings. Because depending on how much time you have to play this day, even without any double payouts, this role will grant you from $750 per hour up to more than $1,000 per hour. If you're interested in details, in the description you will find a complete guide on how to grind Collector Role properly and make maximum amount of money. But in a few words, the best idea is to focus on guaranteed sets, like tarot cards. As for experience, you can expect to earn around 11,000 experience points per hour for picking up collectible items and selling full collections. And it's actually quite a lot. Grinding Collector Role is one of the best leveling up methods in Red Dead Online. There are more effective methods, but this one brings a lot of money as well. Anyway, considering how profitable, easy and solo-friendly this role is, I would say that Collector is tier S for sure. But the best role in Red Dead Online is a bounty hunter with a prestige Prestigious Bounty Hunter license upgrade. Prestigious Bounty Hunter license will cost you additional 15 gold bars, but it's totally worth it, because it not only adds 10 more levels to a bounty hunter role with some cool looking cosmetic items, but also 3 pretty good legendary bounty missions, a way to earn additional gold. After reaching level 30, you will unlock this new award that can be reset every time when you will earn 10,000 experience points in a bounty hunter role. Unlike other awards, it can be reset unlimited amount of times, and each time you will receive half of a gold bar, which is not much but still nice. And the most important part of a prestigious bounty hunter license is that it unlocks infamous bounty missions. They are much better than regular bounties, even though they have exactly the same payout as $3 regular bounties. The only difference here is that for completing all 3 infamous bounty missions on each bounty hunter's board for the first time, you will earn additional $75. But they're much more interesting and fun, they don't have broken timers, and many of them are happening in private lobbies, so you don't have to worry about griefers or disconnects, which are happening much more often in public lobbies. But unlike with private lobbies that legendary bounty missions are creating, in infamous bounty missions your Moonshiner and Trader role productions are not stopping, and you will have no problems with collecting collectible items. So you will have no problems with combining grinding infamous bounties, which makes you a lot of gold and some decent amount of money and experience, with other roles like Trader, Moonshiner or Collector. And actually it would be the most effective way of grinding in Red Dead Online. So considering how fun and profitable Prestigious Bounty Hunter is, I would say that it's the best role in Red Dead Online. And by the way, if you're looking for additional useful tips for all the roles in Red Dead Online, I suggest you to go and check the video that you can see on your screen now. It's 100 tips for different roles. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.